With each breath, the sphere of light grows stronger, clearer, more radiant. Any thoughts of limitation or doubt are simply acknowledged and released into the light, transformed into pure creative potential. Now it's time to break unconscious agreements with unwanted timelines. These agreements are the hidden beliefs, expectations, and energetic contracts that keep you tethered to realities that no longer serve you. And now, feel the shift completing. The quantum collapse point has been reached. Wave functions of possibility have crystallized into your new timeline. Your entire being has transferred into this optimal reality. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and I'm honored you've chosen to join me for this powerful activation today. Whether you found this video at a time when you're seeking immediate change, or you're drawn to strengthen your reality creation abilities for future moments of transformation, you're exactly where you need to be. Have you ever found yourself in a moment where everything needed to change immediately, where your reality required an urgent correction, but you didn't know how to make it happen? That feeling of needing a miracle, a shift, or an entirely new timeline right now? This is the Instant Timeline Shift Activation, Emergency Reality Correction. This is a metaphysical technology that I wish I'd had during those critical moments in my own life when conventional manifestation was too slow. Today, you're going to master the quantum mechanics of emergency reality correction, a skill that puts the power of immediate transformation at your fingertips whenever you need it. Whether you're watching this as preparation for future moments when fast change becomes necessary, or because something in your life is calling for realignment right now, in the next few minutes, I will equip you with one of the most powerful timeline shifting protocols I've ever channeled. Your consciousness guided you here today for a reason. Take a deep breath and let's activate your ability to shift timelines at will when it matters most. Several years ago, I found myself in what felt like an impossible situation. My reality had taken an unexpected turn, and everything I had been working towards seemed to collapse overnight. Traditional manifestation practices felt too slow. Meditation wasn't enough. I had lost everything in a single moment. And I needed a quantum shift, a fast transformation. That led me to discover what I now call emergency reality correction, the ability to consciously jump timelines when immediate transformation is required. What I discovered is that these moments of urgency actually create unique energetic conditions that make rapid timeline shifting not just possible, but more accessible than during normal states of consciousness. The quantum field becomes unusually responsive during these heightened states, creating doorways between possible realities that aren't typically available. During this activation, we'll move through several phases. First, I want to explore the metaphysics of emergency timeline shifting and why it works. Then we'll prepare your energy field and activate your sovereignty as a conscious creator. Identify and select your optimal timeline. Experience the quantum collapse point where the shift occurs, and finally integrate and anchor this new reality into your being. Some of what you experience may feel subtle, while other moments might bring profound shifts in your awareness or emotional state. Your higher self knows exactly what's needed for this timeline correction to manifest in the perfect way for your highest good. One crucial insight that I have found about emergency reality creation is that many manifestation teachers overlook the principle of momentum. This understanding is essential when you're attempting to shift timelines in urgent situations. Think of your current reality as a massive object in motion. Like a freight train moving at full speed, your existing timeline carries tremendous momentum, built through your consistent thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions over time. This momentum isn't inherently positive or negative, but it does create resistance to sudden changes in direction. One example of momentum that can't be stopped: if you jumped off a building and started wanting to manifest a change in your reality halfway down, momentum's going to carry you all the way through. But in most situations, you can understand the flow of energy and redirect the energy in a way that momentum does not affect you. In emergency situations, many people make the critical mistake of trying to battle against this momentum directly. They push against what is, fighting the very energy that could be directed to fuel their shift. This approach is like trying to stop a speeding train by standing in front of it. Not only ineffective, but energetically depleting. What makes emergency reality creation particularly challenging is that this momentum reaches critical thresholds where conventional manifestation approaches simply cannot overcome the established trajectory. Once a timeline achieves this level of momentum, no amount of thinking, visualization, or affirmation alone will redirect it quickly enough. The secret to emergency timeline shifting is not fighting against this momentum, but strategically redirecting it. Like a martial artist who uses an opponent's force to their advantage, you can harness the very energy of your emergency situation to fuel your quantum jump. This activation works specifically because it doesn't attempt to gradually slow and reverse your current timeline. Instead, it creates a clean energetic break, a quantum jump that transfers your consciousness to a parallel timeline where the momentum is already flowing in your preferred direction. As we move into the quantum collapse point, remember, don't waste precious energy battling the momentum of what is. Instead, you are using that powerful energy as the fuel for your leap into what could be. The greater the momentum of your current situation, the more powerful your timeline shift can become when properly redirected. I want you to understand that what we're doing isn't mystical imagination. It's based on quantum physics meeting consciousness. Timeline jumping may sound like science fiction, but it's grounded in the understanding that reality is fundamentally probabilistic. At the quantum level, particles exist in states of probability until observed. This is known as the observer effect. Consciousness itself collapses wave functions of possibility into concrete experience. What does this mean for you? It means that your focused consciousness is the instrument that selects which potential reality becomes your lived experience. What's fascinating is that times of urgent need or crisis actually create ideal conditions for timeline shifts. This may seem counterintuitive, but think about it. During a normal state of consciousness, we're deeply entrenched in our habitual reality. Our beliefs about what's possible are firmly established, creating what might be called a stable wave function by a quantum physicist. But during moments when immediate change is required, this stability is disrupted. The emotional intensity of these moments creates a sort of quantum vulnerability, a state where the rigid structures of your accepted reality become more fluid. It's in this fluid state that consciousness can more easily redirect the trajectory of your timeline. This is where emotional regulations become critical. The heightened emotions of urgent situations are powerful energetic fuel for timeline shifting, but only when channeled consciously. Uncontrolled reactions, panic, fear, anger, lock you in to the very timeline you're trying to escape. Think of emotional mastery not as suppressing emotions, but as directing their energy with intention, like a master conductor guiding a powerful orchestra. These principles aren't new discoveries. Ancient wisdom traditions across cultures developed emergency manifestation techniques for precisely these situations. The Thetan practices of Phawa, or consciousness transfer, Hawaiian Huna's Kala technique for instant reality clearing, and certain Vedic sutras for immediate reality reconstruction, all are examples of traditional emergency timeline technologies. Why do conventional manifestation methods often fail during crisis? Because they were designed for gradual reality creation during stable states. They typically employ a build-it-slowly approach, which is effective for long-term manifestation, but inadequate when immediate change is required. Traditional methods also frequently depend on maintaining a positive emotional state, something particularly challenging during emergencies. The approach we're using today works differently. Instead of fighting the heightened energy of urgent situations, we harness it. It is nothing more than energy. Instead of trying to gradually shift your vibrational state, we use quantum principles to create a clean break between timelines. Instead of visualization alone, we employ full sensory immersion into the new reality. Most importantly, we'll work with emotional state exactly as it is. The intensity you feel right now, whether it's frustration, fear, determination, or even anger, contains the exact energetic fuel needed for this timeline jump. We don't need to transform those emotions before we begin. We'll use their power to facilitate the shift itself. Now, as we move through this activation together, remember that you are not a passive observer of reality, but its conscious creator. The quantum field responds not to what you want, but to who you are being. In moments requiring emergency reality correction, the most powerful shift happens when you fully embody the consciousness of already being in the desired timeline. Now we begin the essential preparation for your timeline shift. Even if you feel a sense of urgency or intensity right now, I invite you to work with the energy rather than against it. This preparation isn't about forcing you to relax, it's about harnessing and directing the powerful energy already present within you. Close your eyes, if that feels comfortable, and bring your awareness to your physical body. Notice where you're holding tension, perhaps in your shoulders, your jaw, your hands, or your chest. Instead of trying to make this tension go away, simply acknowledge it. This tension carries important information and energy that we can redirect. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for just a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Releasing some of that tension again, breathe in for 4, hold and exhale for 6. Now I just want you to try box breathing. Just by following my voice, it's telling your subconscious that you trust my voice and that you will follow its instructions. So breathe in for 4 counts, breathing in, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for 4 counts. This creates a quantum void of new possibilities, and then breathe out for 4. And then hold it for 4. I just want you to focus on your breath for just a little bit to shift and alter your energy field momentarily. Now, to interrupt any reactive emotional patterns that might be running, place your palm on your sternum in the center of your chest. Apply gentle pressure while continuing to breathe. This activates your thymus gland, a physical anchor point for timeline shifting. And as you touch this spot, silently repeat, I consciously interrupt all reactive patterns that no longer serve me. Good. Now let's clear your energy field of any fear-based blockages that could interfere with your immediate timeline shift. I want you to see your body surrounded by a sphere of brilliant white light. And as you inhale, the light intensifies. As you exhale, all density, heaviness, or fear within your field is transmuted into clear light. Whatever emotions are present, whether fear, frustration, anger, or anxiety, are not enemies of this process, but fuel for transformation. With each breath, this sphere of light grows stronger, clearer, more radiant. Any thoughts of limitation or doubt are simply acknowledged and released into the light, transformed into pure creative potential. Now it's time to set your sacred intention for this timeline correction. When traveling and you look at a map, you have to have a destination point. So what is the essence of the reality you're calling forth? Not the specific details or how it will happen, but the core feeling or state of being you're claiming. Hold this intention at your heart center as you state silently or aloud, I consciously choose to shift into the timeline that serves my highest evolution and greatest good. I release all attachment to how this shift occurs and commit to embodying the consciousness of this new timeline now. This or something better manifests with ease, in perfect timing, and in ways that benefit all involved. So it is. Feel the resonance of this intention throughout your entire being. Your preparation is complete. You've created the perfect energetic conditions for timeline shifting. Now we move to activate your power as a conscious creator. This is where you reclaim your power to choose your reality regardless of external circumstances. Take a deep breath and bring your awareness to the center of your chest, to your heart space. Feel or imagine a sphere of golden light pulsing there. This light represents your divine creator essence, the part of you that exists beyond all timelines, beyond all limitations. This essence has never been damaged, diminished, or separated from Source. It remains whole, powerful, and infinite, regardless of what's happening in your current experience. As you breathe into this golden light, allow it to expand, filling your entire chest cavity with its warm radiance. Feel it awakening the remembrance of who you truly are. Not just a physical being subject to random circumstances, but a multidimensional creator consciously choosing your experiences. Now it's time to break unconscious agreements with unwanted timelines. These agreements are the hidden beliefs, expectations, and energetic contracts that keep you tethered to realities that no longer serve you. Speak these words aloud or in your mind with full conviction. I now revoke all conscious and unconscious agreements with timelines that no longer serve my highest evolution. I cancel all contracts, vows, and promises from this life and all others that limit my sovereign choice of reality. These agreements are now null and void across all dimensions of time and space. I am free to choose anew. Feel the energetic shift as these words release you from old patterns. Behold, I make all things new. The golden light grows stronger, more vibrant within you. Now, to reclaim your ability to create reality, place one hand on your forehead and one on your heart as you affirm, I am the conscious creator of my reality. The power to shift timelines is my divine birthright. I now reclaim this ability in its fullness, without limitation or delay. My consciousness is the technology that selects which potential becomes my experience. I am that I am, the sovereign chooser of my reality. Let these words resonate through every cell of your being. Feel your creator essence awakening fully. For the next moment, practice emotional detachment from the current unwanted situation. This doesn't mean denying your feelings, but creating space between your essential self and the circumstance. Visualize the situation that requires timeline correction. See it clearly, but now imagine it appearing on a screen in front of you, like watching a movie. You are not inside this situation. You are the conscious observer of it. As the observer, you hold the remote control. You can pause it. You can turn it off. You can change the channel completely. Now take a deep breath and say, this situation is not who I am. It is an experience I am having. I choose to observe it from a place of empowered detachment. From this sovereign space, I can now choose differently. Feel the emotional weight lifting as you create this separation between your essential self and the temporary circumstance you're facing. Finally, let's expand your energy field beyond time-space limitations. Imagine the golden light of your creator essence growing beyond your physical body, extending outward in all directions. 6 feet, 12 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet around you in all directions. As this field expands, it begins to transcend the limitations of linear time. Feel your consciousness expanding into a state where all potential timelines are visible to you. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously in this expanded awareness. From this vantage point, shifting timelines is as simple as shifting your attention from one to another. Your sovereign creator essence now stands fully activated, extending beyond time and space, empowered to select the timeline that best serves your evolution. From this expanded state of sovereignty, we now begin the process of timeline identification and selection. This is where you'll perceive multiple possibilities and consciously choose the optimal timeline for your highest good. Maintain that sense of expanded energy field and bring your awareness to the space about 2 feet in front of you. Imagine this space beginning to shimmer and divide, like light refracting through a crystal, revealing multiple streams of potential realities, each one a distinct timeline available to you right now. Simply allow your consciousness to perceive these streams in whatever way is natural for you. Some people see colors, visions, full moving images, others just feel energetic signatures, and others have an intuitive knowing of these potentials. Now use your internal guidance system to discern which timeline carries the highest alignment for you. If you've done activations in the past, then you may be more attuned to a specific timeline. Allow that to flow to you, or you may discover something new. As you observe these timeline streams, notice if any particular one seems to shine brighter, feel more resonant, more tangible, or draw your attention naturally. Your higher self already knows which timeline serves your highest evolution. As you engage in this discernment process, you might notice emotional responses arising, perhaps excitement about certain possibilities or resistance to others. This is normal, but we want to maintain emotional stability during selection. To do this, imagine a golden anchor extending from your heart center down to the core of the earth. This energetic anchor keeps you stable as you explore these potential realities. Take a deep breath and affirm, I remain centered and clear as I discern the optimal timeline for my highest good. My emotions inform my choice without controlling it. Now direct your full attention to the timeline that feels most aligned. As you focus on this optimal timeline, we begin the process of sensory immersion, engaging all your senses to fully experience this reality before physically shifting into it. First, what do you see in this timeline? Allow images to form naturally in your mind's eye. What environments, situations, or scenarios are visible? Notice colors, light quality, movement, and details. Next, what do you hear in this timeline? Perhaps there are voices, music, natural sounds, or simply a quality of silence. Let these sounds become clear in your awareness. What do you feel physically in this timeline? Notice the sensations in your body, perhaps a sense of ease, vibrancy, strength, or comfort. Allow these physical sensations to become increasingly real. What emotions characterize this timeline? Is there peace, joy, confidence, security, or other positive emotional states? Let yourself begin experiencing these emotions now, as if this timeline is already your reality. As you engage all these senses, you create a powerful resonance with this new timeline. This sensory immersion is the bridge that allows you to shift from one reality to another. Now, to anchor this timeline even more strongly, place both hands over your heart and breathe deeply into the center. As you exhale, imagine your breath carries the frequency of this optimal timeline throughout your entire being. Each cell of your body begins to vibrate in harmony with this new reality. Feel the emotional signature of this new timeline, its unique energetic fingerprint becoming your dominant frequency. This emotional resonance is the secret to successful shifting. Where your emotion goes, your reality follows. Take 3 deep breaths, each one drawing more completely into alignment with this optimal timeline. With each exhale, you say, I am now resonating with this new reality. My entire being aligns with this timeline now. Breathe in. I am now resonating with this new reality. My entire being aligns with this timeline now. Breathe in. I am now resonating with this new reality. My entire being aligns with this timeline now. Breathe in one more time. Say, I am now resonating with this new reality. My entire being aligns with this timeline now. Feel the shift beginning to occur at the energetic level. Your timeline identification and selection. You've created a powerful resonance with your optimal reality. We now arrive at the most important phase of our activation, the quantum collapse point. This is the moment where possibility becomes reality, where your consciousness collapses all probability waves into your chosen timeline. Begin by intensifying the connection to your optimal timeline. The sensory immersion we just established now becomes stronger and more vivid, more real. Allow your breath to deepen and quicken slightly. Each inhale draws in pure potential. Each exhale strengthens your resonance with new realities. As your breathing creates this rhythmic, energetic building, I'm aligning you with a very specific frequency in the music that you can hear. This aligns with the natural harmonics of the universe and facilitates vibrational shifting. And as you hear this tone, allow it to permeate your entire being, tuning your energy field to the precise energy of your chosen timeline. Feel this frequency resonating in every cell of your body, creating coherence in your entire system. This coherence is essential for successful shifting. It aligns your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and energy into a unified field, a state where your entire being is sending one clear signal to the quantum field. Now establish complete emotional coherence as the bridge to your new timeline. Place one hand on your heart and one on your solar plexus. These two energy centers must align for the timeline shift to fully anchor. Breathe into both centers simultaneously. With each exhale, imagine any emotional discord or contradiction dissolving, and affirm silently, my heart and will are now in perfect alignment. I feel what I choose, and I choose what I feel. My emotional body serves as the perfect bridge to my reality. In your mind's eye, see a luminous doorway of light appearing directly in front of you. This portal contains the swirling energies of quantum possibility, the threshold between your current timeline and the one you've selected. The portal pulses with invitation, perfectly calibrated to your unique energetic signature. No one can access this specific portal. It exists solely for this timeline shift that you're initiating now. As you gaze at this portal, feel the magnetic pull of your chosen timeline drawing you forward. This resonance you've established creates an irresistible attraction between your consciousness and this new reality. Now we begin to breathe emphatically, deeply, through your nose. Faster, faster, as fast as you can. Now we step through this portal. Before we step through, seal your commitment with this powerful declaration. Say it aloud if possible, with full conviction. I consciously and deliberately choose to shift into the timeline of my desired reality. I collapse all quantum possibilities into this single optimal reality now. I release all attachments to previous timelines and embrace this new trajectory. My consciousness commands this shift, and the universe responds instantly to my choice. This timeline correction is complete. It is done. It is manifest. Now see yourself stepping through the portal of light. As you move through this threshold, feel the quantum field responding to your consciousness, collapsing infinite possibilities into your chosen reality. Experience a momentary sensation of suspension, a brief pause between timelines where all is still, all is potential. In this quantum space, your consciousness is the only active force. And now, feel the shift completing. The quantum collapse point has been reached. Wave functions of possibility have crystallized into your new timeline. Your entire being has transferred into this optimal reality. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fully present in this new timeline. The shift has occurred. From the perspective of consciousness, it happened instantaneously, even though you may continue to experience the physical integration over time. Allow a profound sense of completion to wash over you. In the quantum field, this reality correction is already done. Your consciousness has already made the jump. Now your physical experience will align with this energetic reality in the fastest means possible. Breathe deeply. Feel gratitude for this shift that has occurred. The emergency reality correction is complete at the quantum level. Now we move into the integration phase where we anchor this new timeline fully into your being. Begin by bringing your awareness fully into your physical body. Feel your feet on the ground, your weight supported, your body as the sacred vessel for this new timeline. Place your hands on your abdomen, your power center, and taking 3 deep breaths, directing the energy of your timeline into every cell of your physical form. Feel the energy signatures of this optimal reality flowing through your bloodstream, into your organs, your tissues, your bones. Your physical body is now becoming synchronized with the vibrational frequency of your new timeline. To maintain stability in this new reality, create an emotional circuit breaker, an internal mechanism that prevents reactive emotional patterns from pulling you back into the old timeline. See a sacred geometric form, a golden octahedron forming in your solar plexus. This structure serves as your emotional circuit breaker whenever you encounter triggers that would normally provoke reactive emotions. This octahedron automatically intercepts the reaction, giving you a moment of conscious choice before responding. Program this circuit breaker now by affirming, I now respond consciously rather than react unconsciously. Between stimulus and response, I choose the path that maintains my timeline integrity. Now let's engage in cellular reprogramming to ensure your body fully supports this timeline shift. See each cell in your body as a tiny light. As you breathe in, these lights begin to pulse in perfect synchrony with the energy signature of your new timeline. See this light penetrating the very DNA in each cell, rewriting old patterns and programming new responses. Your cellular memory is now being updated to match your new reality. When you encounter challenging circumstances, and you may still face challenges in this new timeline, you'll need strategies for responding consciously rather than reacting in ways that could destabilize your shift. Install this response pattern now. When faced with challenge, place your attention first on your breath. Take 3 conscious breaths before any action or decision. During these breaths, remind yourself, I am the creator of my experience. This challenge serves my evolution. I choose a response that maintains my timeline integrity. One of the most crucial aspects of maintaining your timeline shift is creating immunity to contradictory external evidence. In the days following this activation, you may encounter situations that appear to reflect your old timeline rather than your new one. This is normal during integration. To create this immunity, establish a powerful frame now. Physical reality follows consciousness, it does not lead it. External circumstances are reflections of past energy patterns that are in the process of updating. I maintain unwavering faith in my timeline shift, regardless of temporary external appearances. Imagine your new timeline as a luminous path extending from this moment into your future. This path is growing stronger, more solid, more defined with each breath you take. Now see golden anchors extending from your field deep into this path, securing your consciousness firmly in this new trajectory. These anchors exist in multiple dimensions: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, ensuring a complete and lasting shift. Take a final deep breath and affirm, my timeline shift is complete. It is anchored in all dimensions of my being. I am fully committed to this new reality. So it is. Now feel a profound sense of completion and trust. The integration is underway. Your new timeline is now your living reality, unfolding with divine timing and perfect orchestration. Now I want to address a specific application of this shifting technology that many of you may be seeking: the emergency manifestation of financial resources. When you're facing financial pressure or an unexpected money crisis, this approach can be particularly powerful. First, recognize that money is fundamentally energy, a form of crystallized abundance that flows accordingly to your consciousness. In your expanded sovereign state, visualize the energy of money as golden green light flowing through the universal field. This energy isn't limited or scarce. It's infinitely abundant and constantly seeking channels through which to flow. Place your hands, palms up on your thighs, creating receptive conduits for this financial energy. Breathe in, and with each inhale, imagine drawing this golden green energy directly into your field. Feel your entire being becoming a powerful attractor for financial abundance. Now identify the timeline where your financial emergency is already resolved. This isn't about hoping or wishing, it's about tuning in to the reality where the money is already manifested. What does it feel like in that timeline? Perhaps you feel the relief, the security, the freedom of having your financial needs met. Allow yourself to fully experience these feelings as if they're already your reality. In this timeline, see yourself looking at your bank account with a sense of gratitude and ease. Visualize the specific amount needed already reflected in your balance. Feel the weight lifting from your shoulders as you realize all financial obligations are handled with ease. Now place one hand on your solar plexus and declare, I now dissolve all ancestral patterns, limiting beliefs, and energetic contracts that have restricted my financial flow. I release any unconscious agreements with scarcity, struggle, or financial unworthiness. These patterns end with me now. Feel a profound shift as these old patterns dissolve from your energy field. The pathway to your abundant timeline is now clear. To accelerate financial manifestation, activate your prosperity blueprint, the energetic template for abundance that exists within your very DNA. Place your hands over your heart and affirm, I activate my divine prosperity blueprint now. My cells, my energy field, and my consciousness are perfectly aligned with unlimited abundance. Money flows to me through expected and unexpected channels with perfect timing and elegant simplicity. Now I want you to see multiple streams of income flowing towards you. Some you can identify, others will surprise you with unexpectedness. See opportunities, connections, resources, and ideas all converging to create immediate financial resolution. Remember, in emergency financial manifestation, your emotional state is crucial. The feelings of lack, panic, or desperation will repel the very abundance you're calling in. Instead, breathe into a state of calm certainty, the absolute knowing that your financial needs are already met in the timeline you're shifting into. Affirm with complete conviction: financial abundance is my birthright. The perfect amount of money comes to me now through perfect channels. This or something better manifests for my highest good and the good of all concerned. Feel your entire being resonating with the frequency of abundance. You have now aligned completely with the timeline where your financial emergency is resolved with ease and grace. This financial reality correction is complete at the quantum level in conjunction with the rest of this activation. Now say these affirmations with me as I speak directly to your subconscious mind as you rewrite the inner programming within. I am the sovereign creator of my reality, with the divine right to shift timelines at will. My consciousness is the technology that collapses quantum possibilities into my chosen experience. I release all timelines that no longer serve my highest evolution with love and gratitude. The universe responds instantly to my conscious timeline selection. I am fully aligned with the optimal timeline for my highest good and greatest joy. My emotional mastery serves as the bridge between timelines. I remain centered in my creator essence regardless of external circumstances. All parts of my being, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, are now synchronized with my new timeline. I trust the perfect unfolding of my new reality, even when physical evidence lags behind. I respond consciously rather than react unconsciously to all situations in my new timeline. I, by the power of my sovereign consciousness, now command an immediate shift into the timeline of my desired reality. This shift is complete, it is done, it is manifest across all dimensions. By divine right and cosmic law, I decree the immediate dissolution of all energetic contracts binding me to unwanted timelines. These contracts are now null and void across all dimensions of time and space. I command all aspects of my being to align instantly with the frequency signature of my chosen timeline. My thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and energy field are now in perfect coherence with this new reality. I activate the quantum collapse point now. All probability waves converge into my optimal timeline in this present moment. I decree that all contradictory evidence from previous timelines dissolves completely. My physical reality now rapidly reorganizes to reflect my new timeline with perfect precision. I anchor this timeline shift on all levels of my being. It is secured, stabilized, and made permanent now. I establish unbreakable immunity to all energies that would pull me back into previous timelines. I decree that my nervous system, cellular memory, and DNA are now completely reprogrammed to maintain perfect resonance with my new timeline. I seal this timeline shift with the authority of my higher self. No person, circumstance, or energy can disrupt what has been divinely established. I command that all synchronicities, people, opportunities, and resources aligned with this timeline now flow to me with ease and grace. Each day, my new timeline becomes more solid, more real, and more manifest in my physical experience. I easily recognize and release old patterns that do not belong in my timeline. I confidently maintain my timeline integrity regardless of temporary appearances. My emotional state remains aligned with the frequency of my chosen reality. I celebrate evidence of my timeline shift with gratitude and expectation of more to come. Now, I want you to take a moment to sit in a space of profound gratitude for what has just occurred. The timeline shift you've initiated is complete at the quantum level. Take a deep breath and feel appreciation for your own courage in choosing conscious reality creation, for the infinite intelligence that orchestrates these shifts, and for the new possibilities now unfolding in your experience. Express this gratitude in whatever way feels authentic to you. Perhaps place your hands over your heart once again and simply say, "Thank you for this divine reality correction. I receive it fully with gratitude." To maintain and strengthen your alignment with this new timeline, each morning, affirm your timeline choice before your feet touch the floor. Simply say, "I choose to remain fully aligned with my optimal timeline today. All my thoughts, emotions, and actions support this choice." Second, just practice timeline breathing at least twice daily. For just a few minutes, breathe in the essence of your new timeline, and then exhale any residual energies from previous timelines. This simple practice reinforces your quantum choice. And third, when you encounter moments that seem to contradict your new reality, place your hand on your heart and remind yourself, "I trust the process of my timeline shift. Everything is working to my advantage. Physical reality is still catching up to my consciousness. I maintain unwavering faith in my new timeline." To help anchor and track the manifestation of your shift, I encourage you to keep a journal and then ask yourself, what unexpected alignments occurred today that support my new timeline? What thoughts, emotions, or perspectives feel different since my timeline shift? You might ask yourself, what old patterns dissolved more easily than expected? What new opportunities or connections appeared that weren't present before? How did I successfully maintain timeline integrity when faced with challenges? These entries become evidence of your shift and help train your awareness to recognize the signs of your new reality manifesting. I'd love to hear about your experiences with this activation. The comment section below this video is a sacred space for sharing your timeline shift journey. Your sharing not only validates your own experience, but may provide crucial inspiration for others on similar paths. Whether your shifts are subtle or dramatic, each experience is valuable. Before we complete our time, I offer this final blessing, an energy transmission. Receive it in whatever way feels right for you. May the timeline you've chosen unfold with divine perfection and grace. May you walk this new path with clarity, confidence, and joy. May you remember your power as a conscious creator in every moment, especially when immediate reality correction is needed. And may your journey on this new timeline bring blessings not only to you, but to all whose lives you touch. The quantum field has received your choice. Your reality correction is underway. Trust the process. Embody this new frequency and watch in wonder as your external world reorganizes to match your internal shift. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.